Good morning, everyone. My name is Kendra Moore, and welcome to Time to Rise and Shine. I am your life insurance consultant, and today I'm actually switching things up a little bit because I have a super exciting announcement. And let me back it up. So, when you think about before I get to the announcement, when you think about the economy today, right, it is so much more expensive to buy things. I went to the grocery store the other day and a bag of chips was literally $7 or is $7, I think, and 30 cents, right? We continue to see prices creeping up. And one thing that's really simple but hard, I would say, it's hard to see things going up. And I know a lot of people feel pressure when it comes to having to pay bills and try to keep up with things financially. However, there are two things that you can do in order to help alleviate some of that pressure. One thing is that you can lower your debt, right? The amount that you owe. You can lower your spending to help lower that, I should say. And then the other thing is that you can bring in more income. Well, on the lowering side, I know a lot of people are already doing this, right? We've all had to cut back on going out to eat, doing extracurricular activities, trying to cut subscriptions and, just to lower things. So we've seen this economy be kind of creep up to where it is coming for a while. So I know a lot of people have already started making some changes so that way they can reduce the amount that's going out, reduce their spending, right? So that can put more money in your pocket to as well help pay down those bills. But the second thing that I feel is even more impactful on top of that is finding a way to bring in more money into your household. So whether that is a some type of side hustle, right? Side hustle, an additional job, maybe you want to start a business or something like that. And that's a really good way in order to immediately increase your income so you have more to help with that. Well, for those people who are thinking about a side hustle, for example, maybe you finally want to start putting steps towards starting that business, implementing that idea that you've been sitting on. I'm telling you guys, now is the time, right? Now is the time to step into whatever it is that you think that will bring additional income into your household, especially if you can find something that you are passionate about or even just like, right? But it will pay you and bring more money in. So to that end, I created something for the new entrepreneurs, network marketers, small business owners that need to push their business to the next level. And that is this daily planner. And if you can see it, let's see if I can turn off this light. So this is, there we go. I think that might be a little better. Let me put this light down. So it is from 9 to Thrive, a daily planner. Now this is an author copy, which is why it has the stripe here across it. But I created this daily planner because myself going from corporate America into entrepreneurship, trying to figure things out. There's a lot that you have to do when you start a side hustle, start into entrepreneurship, right? So you have to go out, you have to prospect, you have to market, you have meetings that you have with people, you have appointments, you have ideas, flowing through your head. So, for me, I was using all types of notebooks. I even brought like a calendar and a notepad for my refrigerator because my notebooks weren't working. And finally, I decided, look, I need one place that I can put all of my activities into to help me manage right? My business. And so that's where this comes in. So it's from 9 to Thrive Daily Planner. It is actually on Amazon. And for this, let me show you the page. So for the page, you will see that you have affirmation of the day, because I strongly believe that you have to, the way you start your day, if you start it with intention, especially people start it with either a positive intention or a negative intention, right? So for me, I choose to start with a positive intention. And that helps build that momentum, that positive expectation throughout my day. So that's why I included an affirmation section here. You also have your daily action plan. So sorry guys for the light, but I will include some screenshots. But you can see the daily action plan. This right here, this is money. Because when you are an entrepreneur, a network marketer, you're starting your own side hustle, these are critical activities that you need to do to help to get your business off the ground, accelerate your business, and also maintain momentum. So we have prospecting, we have marketing, education, training, and then also super important is your mindset and wellness. So prospecting, what are your activities that you're going to do that day in order to get out and gain new clients? Marketing. How are you going to do your marketing? So maybe it's making a social media post. Maybe it's making a flyer. Maybe it's delivering flyers places. Your business cards, for example. Then you have education and training. This is something that I feel is really important. Yes, you are knowledgeable in your space, but we can all use additional ongoing education and training. So this is where you would put that. So maybe there's a chapter of a book that you want to read. So maybe this is read 10 pages of XYZ book today. You have your mindset and wellness, because one thing that I've realized when I look at, I'm sorry, you guys, for the lighting. But when I look at really successful people, they read a lot, but they also take care of themselves mentally and physically as well. So I included that section in there. Then there's a section for reminder and notes. There's a section for your main goal, appointments, what worked, what didn't work. And this is a 180-day planner, 180 days. So the goal is you're tracking your activities for 180 days. And by the end, you have built that momentum. You have built that mindset. You have some, prospecting happening, some marketing happening, and you're starting now, the wheels are in motion. So that's the goal of this book, this planner. In addition, what I have done is I have put what I call mini challenges in here. So for example, this mini challenge is make a social media post that reflects a fear that you've conquered since starting this journal, right? There's other, let's see, another one mini challenge I have in here is make a list of 10 people you'd love to collaborate with and reach out to one. So I put those mini challenges in there because oftentimes I know from experience myself, there are these things that we know we need to do. We're a little afraid of doing it, but we need that push, right? So we need a push to do it. So when you come across the mini challenge on that day, that is the day that you're like, okay, I'm going to push myself, or I'm going to complete this task that maybe I hadn't even thought of doing, but I know I need to do it to help accelerate my business. So again, this is from 9 to Thrive, a 180-day guided journal for aspiring entrepreneurs, side hustlers, network marketing, small business owners. And this is when you are ready to grow intentionally with purpose. Okay. So you can find this on Amazon.com from 9 to Thrive. And, give it, if you know someone that is also thinking about starting a business, maybe they just started their network marketing business, maybe they have an idea for entrepreneurship. This is something that will really support their efforts. So feel free to send the link to them. So again, from 9 to Thrive Daily Planner. Because one thing that is super important when we talk about how can we make more money, right? How can we support ourselves better financially? It's much better to do it with intention. It's much better to, and it's especially on your mental wellness, to think things through in advance and have a planner that allows you to track your activities, especially so you know what worked, what didn't work. Because one thing that a lot of people don't talk about is that, you start off on these journeys. Sometimes you feel like you're failing. You're not failing. It's really, you're in this period of experimentation. So it's important to track, this is what I did today. This is what worked well. This is what didn't work well, right? If it worked well, that's something you can keep doing. If it didn't work well, okay, don't waste your effort on it. Now let me redirect my efforts towards something else, right? And try that. So again, this is from 9 to Thrive, a daily planner for people who are really serious about getting their businesses off the ground. That's all I have for you guys today, because I know it is Memorial Day weekend. So a lot of people are traveling. So happy Memorial Day. You guys get there safe. Feel free to check me out on Instagram as well at Kendra More Life. And if you have a question regarding life insurance, feel free to reach out to me on my website, more-life.com. I have information on there about life insurance. I have a blog on there, and you can also schedule an appointment with me as well. And we can just sit down and have an initial 15-minute consultation. All right. Free of charge, no obligation, no pressure. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye.